Hello! This week I continue my Shakespeare recaps with another one of my favorites, Twelfth Night. A story of love, cross-dressing, whiny bros, and no homo but kind of a little bit homo bros. The play opens with Duke Orsino, the aforementioned whiny bro, following the fine Shakespearean tradition of dumbass men who know absolutely nothing about the ways of women but think they're experts anyways because... By whinging on and on about love and how Olivia, the unwilling object of his affections, will eventually develop feelings for him when she stops being sad about her brother dying and lets Orsino dry her tears. Fortunately, because this isn't very interesting, we get onto the cross-dressing part shortly thereafter, when visiting Banff, Viola washes up on shore in Illyria after narrowly surviving a shipwreck. Fearing her twin brother Sebastian to have drowned, and understandably concerned for her own well-being in this strange new land, Viola decides to seek out employment with Duke Orsino, while disguised as a eunuch, because that certainly won't draw any attention. Because this play is set in a magical place where you can get a job immediately without any real work experience or background information, or references, or connections, all while wearing a jaunty fake mustache, Viola has no trouble getting hired, and Orsino likes her so much that he sends her off to woo Olivia for him. Viola, as her new alter ego Cesaria, argues her way into an audience with Olivia and tries to convince Olivia that Orsino's affections are worthy and true, and not, as they are increasingly seeming to be, an immense ponderous annoyance. However, perhaps because of some pent-up, unquenched thirst, or perhaps because her type has always leaned towards the more delicately featured young men and she just didn't know until now, Olivia's mourning clothes essentially evaporate right off her and she's like chastity schmastity and sets out trying to devise new ways to get this handsome young chap back for another visit. Viola, when she realizes what's going on, experiences the entire spectrum of "aw, crap," because this just will not do for a lot of reasons, but mainly these three. First of all, Olivia thinks that Viola is a young man named Cesario, when she is, in fact, a young woman named Viola. Secondly, Viola is not into ladies in that particular way, and neither is Olivia, as far as we know. So there is some major potential for soul-crushing disappointment in the bedroom department here. And lastly, Viola has fallen hard in a big way for our Duke of Friendzone. Not really sure why, since he seems to be magnificently bereft of anything approaching a personality, but whatever. While these shenanigans are going on, twin brother Sebastian shows up in Illyria with a sea captain named Antonio, who maybe, probably, almost certainly has the gaze for him, depending on how you want to interpret the text, which is pretty gay. Sebastian goes to find Orsino, which is stupid, because he's the least exciting character in this play. And even though he has enemies in Illyria, and Sebastian pretty explicitly told him not to, Antonio waits approximately 3.5 seconds before following Sebastian into town. Because, again, he's rather besotted. No homo. Long story short, Olivia eventually puts the moves on Viola, who's like, "Lady, not only are you barking up the wrong tree, you're in the wrong goddamn forest." Olivia's perpetually marinated and epically named cousin, Sir Toby Belch, in an attempt to devise some LOLs for himself, finagles a duel between his friend and suitor to Olivia, Sir Andrew, the crowned prince of incompetent dumbassery, and a very reluctant Viola. But not before Antonio, confusing Viola for Sebastian, jumps in like, "Stop! In the name of love." Antonio is arrested and asks Viola for assistance. Viola's like, "Sorry bro, I don't know you, but holy poop, is my brother alive?" And Antonio is carted off to jail because his character exists solely to get the short straw in this situation. Meanwhile, Olivia and Sebastian shack up because he's pretty like his sister, and he's been stuck on a ship with just a dude for company for the last 3 months, so it doesn't really matter that this strange woman seems to know him and keeps calling him Cesario. He'll take it where he can get it. This certainly won't end sloppily. Then, because the play has to wrap up eventually, we go from everyone wanting to kill everyone else because romance is a tricky thing, to the whole twins thing being revealed, and everyone deciding that, with Viola and Sebastian reunited and Orsino and Olivia each getting a piece of the hot Cesario pie, this is officially a happy ending for everyone! Except for Antonio. Better luck next time, Antonio, you big queer. Alright guys, that's it for this week's recap. If you like my videos and don't want to miss out, please subscribe. Until next week, I hope that you find what you were looking for without having to cross-dress to get it. Unless you're into that sort of thing. In which case, have at it, you majestic creature.